Hello again, YouTube. This is the Truth Man giving you the truth, and I want to ask the question to you married guys. Is your wife a Jada Pinkett? Is your wife becoming a Jada Pinkett? Is your wife similar to Jada Pinkett? I'm going to show you some pictures. I'm going to read a quote of something she said. We're going to make this as short as possible. Number one, let's start with her talk about it not being a transgression. She says, in quote, I actually don't look at it as a transgression at all. Though the particular journey, I learned so much about myself and was able to really confront a lot of emotional immaturity, emotional insecurity. And I was really able to do some really deep healing. Deep. And as I came through and started to realize a few things about you and I. Come on, Will, man. Come on, man. I know you're not innocent. I know you got, clearly she has something on you. Just let it come out, man. Just let it come out. He decided to break all communication with me. Of course. Which was totally understandable and let that be. And hadn't talked to him since. So it is a little weird that all this stuff is coming out right now. She kind of talking about this guy right here. See, I'm going to show you something. I'm finna show you something. We doing this the old-fashioned way. We pulling up pictures. I'm going to show you something. Let me show you. Now, give me a second. This who your wife really want right here, bro. Oh, I don't like those type of guys. Oh yeah. This dude is basically the softer version of Tupac. All you got to do really is listen real carefully when she talks. Like the lead attorney says, you got to listen. Just sit there and listen like he does. Just let him talk. So I'm going to go into some things that were said. I'm going to play the audio. I'm not going to even put it on the video. I'm just going to play the audio. Fair use, by the way. I want to play the audio of something that Jada Pinkett herself said. Just give me 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. I mean, this is important. Like, this is very, very important for married guys. Because remember, you have your health at stake. You have your mental well-being at stake. I know people want to believe that women never abuse men and to demand faithfulness, if you will, but yet not be faithful. That's emotional abuse. Like, she was literally, I mean, no one knows. As far as Will is concerned, how do we know why they went into an open marriage? Could have been because he wasn't getting none. He probably was like, well, forget it then. You do what you gonna do, I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do. I mean, most guys will say that, right? So I just want to play a clip real quick. And the cop-out is, why do you care what's going on in somebody else's marriage? That's people who want to just get away with whatever, still be provided for, still be protected, still have other people thinking that everything is just peachy, when everything just is not peachy. So I'm going to go to something that Jada said. Like, I don't get why these people do and say this stuff, then they want to be able to hide. Like Aisha Curry. Oh, I don't talk about our marriage, stuff like that. Okay. Let's see if this is it. First, I want to show you how she get down. I'm gonna show you the audio, the video of this. Fair use, by the way. Let me show you. Just watch this. We'll show this first.
Would you say she has been instrumental in you and I redefining our relationship?
Fair use.
Don't just start filming me without asking me if you could film me.
Astaire, come help us again, please.
You know, y'all see that?
Dealing with foolishness.
Y'all see that?
Because she don't just.
It's always him.
That she helped us heal the hurts that we caused between one another.
My social media presence is my bread and butter. Okay, so you can't just use.
Will is broken.
And not.
Like she's picking with him at this point.
Don't just start rolling.
Please watch Astaire at the red table because she's helped us.
You know what, man? I ain't gonna lie. I can't stand women like this. Man, I got something on my face. Excuse me, y'all. I'm sorry. You look like I had something on my face. I cannot stand women like this, man. Like, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't like women like this. That's part of why I do what I do. If you ask anybody that knows me, I think that's gray hair. They'll tell you, oh, yeah, he was catching a lot of people up. Like, I don't like that, man. Because since I've been a kid, I've noticed that, like, people be trying to act like every woman is innocent. Every little girl's innocent. It's always the guy. That's just not true. And in fact, you need to understand something about Satan. This is how Satan operates. He operates through manipulation and deception. It's always the other person. Or she, excuse me again. She operates in manipulation and deception. It's always the other person. It's never them. Like, they don't do no wrong. It's not wrong for her to while her husband is not divorced, only separated. It's nothing wrong with what she did. And he's believing that because he's trying to hide his skeletons. Man, let them skeletons come out, man. In fact, let me go on record right now. That I will never be the type of preacher that's hiding and doing what I need to do and then getting exposed. Now, you're going to know everything I do. You're going to know everything I do. Everything. Like, it's not going to be no expose. I don't care. I just don't. Like, being real is more important to me. So, she's purposely pushing his buttons. She's always challenging his manhood. And this is what they do. Every time something happens, if they get mad at you, they throw it up. Well, I think you should have did this. You shouldn't have did this. You shouldn't have did that. And then if you do it to them, if Will brings up August, if you bring up something your wife did, some emotional affair she had, well, if you ain't gonna forget about it, let's divorce. Listen, man, listen. Some people gonna get divorced. The Most High is not gonna send you to hell for divorce, especially he knows the heart and mind of your wife. He knows what listen, I don't know why people think that God don't got us all figured out. He created us. He knows everything with me. He know everything with you. He know everything with your wife. He know everything with my wife. Why do people keep playing with him like this? Because they think that they can get one up on God even. So if they think they could get one up on God, a chick will be sucking on wing ding. And then she'll cry and talk about she got weak. Sex is a process. If you had sex with somebody, whether you were split up, whether you were married, you wanted to do it. You did it. You went through the process. You went through the courting process. You went through all the stages, which we're going to talk about in future videos. You went through all the stages. Just stop it, man. Stop it. Stop thinking, for one, that you got to marry these women and be miserable just to have sex. God is not on their side. God is not on your side. He's not on their side. Why would he want you to be miserable? You think God is so petty? Okay, if God is this petty, right? Then why did Samson not get scrutinized by God when he was paying for prostitute? He still was able to escape. He still had his strength. Read Judges chapter 16. It's when he broke the covenant that he got judged. It wasn't, no, man, no. Petty arguments. The guy is always painted as bad guy / guilty. This is what Jada Pinkett does, and I'm asking you, is this what your wife do? Does she try to push your buttons? Does she always try to critique and correct you? But then every time you critique and correct her, which a man is supposed to do and supposed to be able to do, it becomes something more. Emotional affairs. I showed you a picture of August. This is the result of undealt with emotional affairs. Emotional affairs become August Alsina. Deep off in your wife, man. All up in your... And listen, cheating, never stay with them. Never stay with them. Never. When they cheat, even in some cases when they have emotional affairs, that's probably your cue to leave. Because they don't respect you. They don't... Everything you've ever did for them, when they have an emotional affair, that's them throwing it in the trash. Disrespect during disagreements. You can't never get to a point. You can't never get to a conclusion because they'll either storm off or you'll just give up because you're not getting nowhere. It's just a waste of your time. Sexless marriage. The video I was looking for was Jada Pinkett telling Will that she just wanted to feel good again. This stuff people say, well, why you care? This stuff gets on my freaking nerve because all of us men, well, I wouldn't say all, a lot of us men be dealing with the same stuff, man, the same stuff. You doing your best. Your best is coming up a little short and you getting beat over the head with it. One thing you ladies better understand, one of the most unwise things you could do, let's just say, for instance, let's say your husband is working, but he's having financial troubles. You want to talk about how much money other guys got. Eventually, you're going to get on his nerve. He ain't going to want to deal with you no more. Especially if you, let's understand this. If you a stay-at-home mom, right, then you know how you help him? By taking care of home, taking care of the kids, stuff like that. And if he have an issue like money or something like that, then you supposed to be connected to God to the point where God will want to bless him just because of you. If he's the worst dude in the world, he'll want to bless him because you asked him to. But most women ain't going to do that. You know what they're going to do? What Jada Pinkett just did to Will and what I showed you. That's what they do. That's what they do. All of this for some sex? Please. I agree with Coach Greg. I don't agree with a lot of those other guys at all on this topic. Like, am I saying I would go do it? That's not what I'm saying, but I see what he's saying. Everybody pays. Some pay bigger prices than others. And it's like you think you're going to do something by staying, you're going to be dead. You're going to have a sleep wing ding. Your wing ding going to be sleep all the time. Your best years, the years you're supposed to be vigorous, is going to be spent with somebody who had all of these grudges against you unresolved, unchecked. Will would be better off, and a lot of y'all would be better off just figuring out when you gonna just bounce. It's and here's the thing. I know what Will is dealing with. We trust me, man. Y'all don't believe in characteristics. Me and Will, we're both Libras. So I know like the emotions that he feel when somebody is trying to twist. Libras are all about fairness. So the whole time, the mess is driving him nuts. And he's just acting out. He didn't know what to do with the Chris Rock situation. And she made it even worse by telling him that he overreacted. That's not something that was unwise for her to say that. What she should have said was, thanks for sticking up for me, and left it alone. Some things you got to keep to yourself. I bet you he went off on her, and they said behind closed doors he went off on her. Told her that he messed his career up sticking up for her. And she always finds a way to come against him. Always finds a way. Here's the thing with, if I'm not mistaken, she's a Leo, possibly. I think she's a Leo. She might be a Virgo. They're kind of similar. But if she is a Leo, the one thing about Leos is they always want to lead men. And is your wife a Jada Pinkett type? Is your wife on her way to becoming Jada Pinkett? Petty arguments, emotional affairs, which those emotional affairs, if unchecked, if you don't catch her, it's going to become August. August is the young dude, the young fantasy dude that's in their minds. Disrespect during disagreements. Like she said, see how I'm dealing with this foolishness? Sexless marriage. She don't even want to have sex with you no more. But don't you dare go and try to get something else, or else disrespect Miss August Alsina, or whoever your wife might like in her mind is gonna leave you. Man, some of y'all, the best thing that can happen to you is that. Says the truth, man. The channel is the No Matrix. No thinking you got to stay married to these women for kids or no other reason. No simping. Same thing. It's funny how Matrix and simping go hand in hand. People that's in the Matrix are usually simps. All subjects, channel. Thanks for watching.